Hello again, Akko here. Welcome back to Feed the Beast 1.5.2 beta. I'm going to be carrying on the beta for now until I decide what to do with the new Unleashed pack. But for now, until we decide something, I'm just going to carry on as normal with this. So I need to go over what we did yesterday and see how things are going. A couple of things of note: with all the books that I've been getting, I have upgraded my Shovel the Earth Mover and my Axe of the Stream. I thought I'd called that Magilla. Oh no, it's a sword, wasn't it? Shovel the Earth Mover and Axe of the Stream are both now Efficiency 5, Repair 2 and Breaking 3, so they're both as good as they need to be. I'd like to get Silk Touch on the Axe of the Stream at some point, but it's no big deal. Magilla is looking very good. Sharpness 5, Soul Stealer 3, Looting 3, Repair 2, so I've actually put my Tinker's Constructs Rapier away. I'll still use the Rapier, it's very good because of its armour breaching qualities, but for my everyday sword, I'm going to be using this Zephyr sword, Sword of the Zephyr. So, as you can see, Tinker's Construct very strong, but at the minute, all I'm using is a pick. That's not all I use though, of course. I do, if you look in my tool bag here, I do use both hammers. I use the Auto Smell and the Luck Hammer. If I'm clearing a lot of area manually, I use that. If I'm clearing stuff like stone that I want to change into smooth stone rather than cobble, or quarried stone that I want to turn into the actual, not the cobble quarry. If I want to smelt something, the hammer is really useful. And of course I've got a single axe version of the smelt one as well. But yeah, other than that though, I'm actually, my three of my four main tools that I'm now using are all Thaumcraft. 5 if you include the one of equal trade. And I should put treasure on that as well. I should make the Wonder Lightning as well really. I've not used any ranged weapon for ages. I've got that bow there that I've not really used for a couple of weeks probably. Anyway, so yesterday we used some of these glass panes. The spare ones I've just put around doors. I actually made some more because I like the look of them. So I made some little door edges with them nice lime green coloured glass panes there. I think they look quite nice. Anyway, yesterday we did this thing, and as you'd expect, the boilers are at full temperature and it's working away, and this is run all night. Of course nothing will ever change there, it just looks like something out of from the Death Star, doesn't it? You could really fit that well into a build somewhere, I think. I may have to actually look at fitting that into a future build as a focal point. So nothing's changed up here. I put the levers on after the end of the episode, but this is just still working away. So let's see what it's given us. Now everything of course that's normal will get processed. So any iron ore blocks etc. will get processed like anything else would. But the things that aren't getting processed have been going into this chest. And you can see overnight we've got quite a lot of stuff. And now of course I can use my fortune pick on these by placing them. So I've got 48 emerald ore. So I've got the 6 emerald foci in there. I'm going to say foci even though I don't know if that's the right way of saying that, but you know. I've got 6 of the emerald ones in there, so I am possibly getting more emerald than I would otherwise, but if you look at it in comparison to diamond, they're actually quite similar. Quite a bit of redstone. What ruby? Am I getting much ruby? I'm not getting any ruby ore there, am I? So, what about green sapphire? No emerald. So I'm not getting, it looks like I'm not getting any of the Greg Tech stuff by the look of it. Which should be ruby, sapphire and green sapphire. Because we certainly did get some of that from the nether when we was quarrying the nether, so it does exist, the nether version of it as well. So it's a little bit, adding a bit of manual stuff onto this, but what I ideally should be doing with all this stuff is I can either use it as building blocks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So from 24 blocks, I've got 54 diamonds there, so more than double. So that's pretty good. So swings and roundabouts bit is, I do need to do a little bit of manual stuff with that, but that's not a big deal at all, is it? Let's put your diamonds in there. Oh, well, things got a bit laggy then. 656 diamonds, that's going quite well, isn't it, just? So I need to work out what to do with all this stuff. Some of it needs smelting. Press U on that lapis ore there, for example. Come on. So yeah, that gets smelted into 2 of them. So we know what to do with that then. What can we actually do with diamond ore? I guess if I pulverise this, it'll probably become dust that I don't actually want. So if you smelt it, it becomes 1 diamond. Yeah, so really, if you pulverise it, becomes 2 dust. Really, I need to use my pick on that, don't I? It's like 2.5 industrial grinder. Kind of. Yeah, I'll just leave them. But all this other stuff needs adding to the processing, which I'll do off camera. Redstone ore. Smelt and get 1, yeah. So again, I'd want to be using my pick on that, wouldn't I? So the stuff that doesn't multiply, like gold ore and stuff, that's definitely going to be a smelt, isn't it? So smelting that'll get me 2 blocks yet. So what we can do with that is we can just add that across. I've fitted a second export button there, so that can go on there. And now all that should be visible in here somewhere. There it is. That's getting made into gold ore blocks, which will then go into here and get made into gold ore dust, which will then go back into here again and get made into gold ore ingots somewhere along the line. There we go. So you just need an extra level of processing on there. Well, that's all good. That's all good. Of course, that only matters if you've got nether ores enabled. The other thing that we needed to look at from that was how much logs we were using. Now the logs are down at 10k. Look, 10,027. So the logs are now working off the fertilizer. So as soon as that drops under 10k, we'll see the fertilizer kick in as a level emitter turns off. Come on, don't make me a liar. Go on. Any longer than this, I'm going to have to put the mining music on, which lift music, which I ain't used for a while. Come on, god damn it! There we go. So the fertilizer kicks in, gets me a nice chunk of wood, probably 60-70 blocks, and so each time that kicks in, it'll knock us over the 1,000 there, over the 10,000 should I say, once it starts getting the wood involved. There we go. So 10,047, so it'll just keep pulsing a little bit, and you can see there we've got loads of fertilizer. So I certainly do think I needed to expand the amount of, that's getting quite low. I certainly do think I needed to expand the amount of cows we had. So I think this was a good move down here, making this just little cow prison for all them cows to sit in. And this thing here, by the way, once I'd got enough of the pink slime, I pulled the lever off the grinder over there, put the lever onto the front of the slaughterhouse instead. So now that's turned off. So it's also full, so it can't go anywhere anyway. I've got some liquid meat that I could decide to process. Don't know what to do with that yet. I might start processing the meat, but that's just getting me a little trickle of mob essence. So I don't know what to do with that. I've just put it back into the grinder for now. So that is trickling a bit of mob essence when it kills cows. And of course it's getting me more fertilizer. So that's all good. That's all good. So we've got 4 boilers running at full tilt nicely. We've certainly got enough capacity. See, the seeds is going up. Once it's 8,128, then we'll have less fertilizer use from this harvester, wherever it is, that one there. So that'll use less once that's at 8,128. And I think I do need a harvest on the cocoa beans. That is staying stable, but if I was to add another, this can run another 2 boilers, of course. If I was to add more boilers, then I would need the fertilizer on the cocoa beans as well. But I think everything else is going to keep up fine. So that's all good. Now I've been expanding the mob farm. That's, I guess, the next thing to do, which is what I made this sword for, of course, with a soul stealer on it. Now if we come down here, I've been putting all the ender pearls into the chest, and the chest's nearly full there, so by the time I've got 1,000 souls, which I think I've got 1,000 souls, I think I've got 1,024 souls, we're at 1,001 when I stopped. We've got 1,001 souls in there, so I'll just go finish that off on camera. So grab our Enderman, firing out of there, shut the door, and so we just need, this is 4 kills, so we need 6, is it? We need 6 more Enderman kills to fill that shard. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1,025. So that is a full. I should have stopped at 1,024, I think. Well, never mind. There's a full tier 5, so that can now go. Enderman. Let's put them in there. Let's put our tier 5 Enderman spawner into there. And now we'll shut the door. That'll start producing Enderman, but it's going to stop pretty quick because it's nearly at a full chest of ender pearls anyway. I think it may have already stopped. There we go. If we look in there, oops, if we look in there, that slot's full. So now we've got automated ender pearls. So that'll produce ender pearls whenever we need them. Same as the rest of the stuff. This certainly does work better with mobs that drop single things. Now the opposite of that is this guy, witches. So let's take out the Enderman one, put in the witch one. Now the witch I couldn't get down to 1 health because every time I tried getting her low, she healed herself. So I have to be a little bit quicker with this. So I've got 76 kills in there up to now. So I think I'm going to get this all the way up to 1,024, and I'll put some music on and speed the video up. Well, there we go. We're up to 1,020, 1,024, and there we have it. One extra. 1,024 soul shards. So we've got tier 5 witch spawner now. Excellent. And as you saw there, at one point I had to stop to empty my inventory because I had that much stuff. These witches drop all kind of stuff. So we've got redstone, glowstone, gunpowder, sugar, spider eyes, sticks, glass bottles, potions of healing, shards of minium, and I got one of the heart container things, one of the heart things as well, what they're called, little heart thing. So all kind of stuff there drop. So that's probably going to mean I'm going to have to have a different way of storing the things that they drop. So I think that might be what I'll look at next, is expanding this storage so that it's not restricted to the ender chests. But I'll have a look. But which can go? Where can which go? Which can go in there. There you go, which. And I'm going to leave that open for now because I want to populate this chest with all the stuff that the witch is dropping. Redstone and glowstone though, I don't know about. Yeah, I'm going to have to change that around a bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the camera for now. I'm going to listen to the cricket for a bit while I work out what to do next. I'll see you in a bit. Here I am back for a second then. I'm just going to smash all these bits up with my face crusher. Like so. And this is where the hammer comes in really handy, as I'm sure you can see. just breaking through this big wall of lapis I've got here. And behind the wall of lapis, I've got a wall of emeralds. Behind the wall of emeralds, I've got a wall of diamonds. Kind of crazy. So this is all from the laser drill, of course. Giving me a nice amount of materials, and I'll show you them when I've finished breaking all these up. Hello again, I'm back, and a couple of things to talk about, I guess. One thing is I am starting to run out of industrial fertilizer here. It is an issue. What I should have done is I should have made a sawmill, which I've just made here. Sawmill, very basic. Even though the recipe is slightly broken at the minute, sorry, the way the sawmill works is slightly broken at the minute. What that'd do for me is, even though I'd only be getting the same four, I've still got quite a lot of wood in there. So even though I'm still getting the same 4 planks for each cycle, I'd be getting a bit of sawdust each time as well, and that'd probably add up to enough charcoal to actually keep things going. Because as it stands, it looks like it may run out. It may run out of fertilizer, which means I may run out of wood at some point. Gradually getting lower, you see. That's sticking on 10k. What I could do, I suppose, is I could add some kind of coal input. What I should really do there is I should just stop messing about and set up a sawmill there. What I could do is set up a tesseract, send in coal into this as well. I've got quite a lot of coal, so that is an option. 37k, and of course the wither skeleton. If it went through all that 37k, the wither skeleton spawn would turn itself on. So should do that. But if I was using coal, I'd be better off turning it to charcoal, to be honest. But you know, as a backup though, it might work. It's just making sure the priority goes to the backup. Couple of things to mention. One of them, I'll dump that in there, dump them in there, and I'll keep that on me for now. I'll actually put that in my bag out of the way. There we go. One thing I kind of knew I could do, but I didn't know how to do it, and Capto, or Monkey as he's known on YouTube, has shown me the way again. With a facade in your hand of the same type, I think it has to be the same type, I'll check in a minute. With a facade in your hand, if you shift right click a facade, it'll pop the facade off so you can get at whatever's underneath without having to break the pipe, the ME cable. So that's really useful. I think actually if you do it on something that's got a different facade and it swaps it, I think we've got some upstairs, haven't we? Let's have a look. Yeah, these are covered, so if I shift click on that, well, it works, so you don't have to do the same type of facade, so you just need one in your hand and you can pop facades off, which is pretty cool. That was a shift click. I think if I just did a click, it may swap it for that one. Let's have a look. Yeah, so look, if I did just a normal click, swaps the facade for a different type. So that's really useful. Something else he's told me that's really useful, after seeing me getting angry on the Unleashed video yesterday, when I'm going over this, I'm always going for the scroll button. What I should actually do is, all you got to do is put you over there and use your mouse wheel. You can use your mouse wheel to get up and down. It's a lot easier than having to find the scroll button. I don't know why I've been doing that, but that works really nice as well. Now, I'm kind of stuck, I think. I've got everything I wanted to get done. I've got everything planned. Now, bear with me a second here. I'm going to put this episode out. It may be a little bit short. I'm only at about 20 minutes now, but I don't know what to start on, to be honest. Now, if you look at let's just put this away. Every time I walk in my base, I end up with bloody leather in my bloody inventory. Cows, man. In fact, before we look at that, I just want to go down here. And do you know I added more cows down here to make more fertilizer? And I made it the biggest size sewer as possible. So all these cows down here, you think if I kept breeding cows, it would bring me more fertilizer. But as you're looking at sewage there, it's getting as full as it can get. It's filling back up to max every tick. So more cows here won't make a difference. So that's actually putting as much sewage through there as possible. The actual composter is hidden behind that wall over there somewhere, so I'm not even sure if that's working at its max capacity. but yeah, as it stands, I'm not getting enough sewage. I probably should have I should definitely have made a sawmill, especially with the fact that the next version it'll get fixed. And that's part of the issue, is the fact that I do not think this beta pack will get a newer version. I think version 8 is going to be the last version for this, so that means if I stick on this, it's going to be the same version of the mods that it's got in now. So that means no new Tinker's Construct tools. The new version of Tinker's Construct's got like bows and Thaumium weapons and all stuff like that. I just don't think we're going to get another update for this pack. So I'm thinking I should probably go on to the next pack. Now if we look here on the jobs list, MFFS drawbridge done, steam engines they're done, animal farms are done, mob farms are done, build castle not completed, Thaumcrafting bees. Now if this isn't going to get updated and we're going to have to go to one of the other packs, there's no real point in me carrying on with Thaumcrafting bees because I'm going to have to start it again anyway. Start IC2. Well, starting IC2 means in this pack with Greg Tech, and honestly, I said it on the video last night. I'm being a bit on the fence. The fact that Greg added malicious coding to purposely crash clients really is bad. But it's not for me to decide whether his stuff gets accepted in packs. I think that should be up to the people who put the packs together. It's a weird one. I don't know, man. If I'd not used it before, I definitely wouldn't use it. There's still things that I like, so if it was in the pack, I'd use it. If it's not in the pack, I don't care anymore. I don't care if it's in the pack, not in the pack anymore. So that being said, if it's not in the pack, I won't be adding it. If we get given a pack with it in, I'd play with it. So I'm kind of sitting on the fence and not doing that. I'm not making a decision really. It's made a bit cowardly of me, I guess. But if we got Ultimate back and Ultimate had Greg Tech in, I'd use Greg Tech because it's the Ultimate pack. If we never get it back, if Unleash is the way it's gone because of the way things have transpired, then I'm equally happy not to use it. So you know, and I'm pretty sure MDIO said that he doesn't give permission for Tinker's Construct to be used in any pack that Greg Tech's in. So there's ongoing drama. Pardon me, just a bit of a hiccup there. So if I start IC2, it means starting with Greg Tech. And again, is this pack packing going to update to 1.6? Profit was just a silly one anyway. And Warhammer Titan. Well, if it looks like we're going to have to go to a different pack to go to 1.6 anyway, then there's no point starting a Titan because that's like a 2-month build, I think. So what I think my best option is to wrap this season up and start again on the Unleashed pack, and maybe do it a little bit slow. Maybe do it as a bit of a beginner's guide and do some of the basic stuff again, like a nether pump and stuff like that. Stuff that I've not done for a couple of series. In fact, no, I tell that I did it last series, didn't I? But I don't know. What do you think? There's nothing I can really start. I can build the castle some more, but I think the castle's sufficient. Like, it looks alright. I don't think I can. I could just put loads of towers on just for the sake of putting towers on. I've been building loads of great wood trees. You may have noticed around the entrance here, by the way. Planting loads of great wood. Come on, let me just do that. Now I can turn that on. That's if you didn't know. If you're having trouble when you log on with your controls for your MFS what did the power suit MPS. Just press K on and off, and then all your hotkeys will work. But until you press K on and off, they don't always work. I did the drawbridge bit, which is the most important bit I wanted to do, I guess. The rest of this would just be putting loads more stone bricks on and putting some tower roofs on, I guess. And then the plan was to have something in the middle here. But I think I'd rather put my time into now going with a pack that's going to get updated to 1.6, and they do seem pretty keen on updating Unleashed to 1.6 because, as I think I said in a video yesterday, someone asked in the thread why Imabis microblocks isn't in, and they said it's because they're hoping when it goes to 1.6 they can get chicken bones microblocks mod in. So it looks like they definitely want to move this pack forward, where what I'm getting from the FTB guys at the minute is I don't think we're going to get any more versions or updates for the 1.5.2 beta pack. So this is like a dead pack now. So I think I'm going to wrap up. Because I don't want to hassle Tom, I'm going to start the Unleashed as a single player server on my own machine, and then I'm going to, if he wants to put it on the server, I'll just zip up my save file, and then you can use the save file to start up on the virtual machine. But I don't want to push Tom into stopping this, because it seems that he don't get as much time to play as me, of course, and same as Soli, so they don't get as much time to play it. So I don't like to keep pushing for server restarts when they're never getting past a certain point. So I think, in fact, for the rest of this episode, let's go have a quick look at their place. So let's go to spawn. In fact, let's just terminate that, just so I can get things going quicker. Let's just knock this timer down a little bit, down to like 10 seconds or so. And then I won't have to wait around at spawn so long. There we go. Okay, let's go to spawn. So that'll shut after 10 seconds. Now let's see if you've remembered that seems to reset itself when the server stops. So that's one of the things that I'm glad I've had a chance of playing with, but it's not in the new pack for some reason that I don't know about. But it's definitely not in the new version. Oh, there we go. Control right click, second at a time. That's what we want. So 10 seconds, so let's go check everyone's places out in 10. So I'm going to go to Jim's house first. Jim hasn't been on for about a week. He started building a castle here, but he does get bored easy. He's a youngster, that's what you all like these days, isn't it? But he started making a nice castle here. Pretty cool. I'm starting to think that for long-term building, well, I didn't load in very well here, unfortunately. I'm starting to think that for long-term building, maybe you are better off in vanilla, because you're going to have a more stable world that doesn't need updating as much for building big, impressive structures. I don't know. That's a nice-looking place, isn't it? So there's Jim's place. He has. Let's see if his stuff's still going, because he hasn't been on, like I say, for a few days. I believe this tree farm's certainly still going. There's a nice tree farm set up using Sakuras. And then over here is his sorting room using barrels and DSUs and stuff. And then I think his engine room's down here. So what we got? There's all the... So yep, that's running sound, isn't it? So he's definitely got 2 boilers. His tree farm's better than mine, because this is certainly running on 2 boilers. Where's he getting his fertiliser from? Is he using a fertiliser? What's that? That's a harvester, isn't it? Yeah, that looks like a fertiliser. Yeah, so he's definitely got more fertiliser than me, so I wonder where that's all coming from. And then, so you got over here creosote, by the look of it. Yep, creosote and more creosote. A couple of coke ovens on the go and a blast furnace. I can hear cows. Can you hear cows? We'll go down again in a sec, see if they're down there. Nice laser room. I never got around to doing myself. So this is looking like a pretty cool build. If yeah, I don't know if he's playing something else at the minute, but his boilers are certainly still working. Whereas mine, I'm pretty sure I'm going to run out. Let's go down again then, see what his animal farm looks like. There we go. So he's only running off one fertiliser there, isn't he? Off one sewer, by the look of it. Get out the way, cows. Get out the damn way. I can't even click on that block. There we go. So that's actually drinking it quicker than mine, isn't it? Strange. Okay, well, it's interesting. What we've got down here? Nothing else down here yet. And keep going down. And it gets quite dangerous. So it kind of goes pretty much down to bedrock. Cool. Well, that was Jim's place. Let's run back up. Maybe them Sakura logs are, I don't know. He's using a cyclic assembler as well. Got 19,000 fertilizer there. Plenty of logs. So yeah, it's doing some. It's working. It's certainly working better than mine is. Certainly, I'll put these saplings in there. It's a nice little setup, though, isn't it? That is only a 3x3 tree, isn't it? You've just got a lot more fertilizer than I have. I need to check my fertilizer. I wonder if I've got my setup a little bit wrong. I maybe should be getting more than I'm getting. So that was Jim's place, and looking very nice. So now let's head to Tom's place. I'll have to go back to spawn. So let's get this down to 10 seconds as well. Back to spawn. I'm kind of getting used to having night vision on all the time, but I don't really want to have it on all the time, but it's kind of useful. I don't know if I showed you these. I put a note there saying lots of free Tinker's Construct stuff at my chest. I put them there. Things to consider. Hard mode, UHC mode, because we've played the server on normal mode. I think we've played enough. Hello, pig. What are you doing? So actually got to hard mode. And the UHC mode, that's going 1.6. Probably won't need reset. It's starting to, well, if we start using the Unleash pack, we certainly won't need a reset. If what they might like to do better, I don't know, is stick on this beta pack until a 1.6 pack comes, and maybe restart the server when we get a proper release of 1.6. Because I think it'd be nice to start UHC mode on a fresh server, where rather than start one where you've already got modular power suit and stuff. This is Tom's place. Nice little rooftop portal there. Nice little enchanting area. We'll go down here. Nice wall of barrels. What's that? Oh, cool. Energetic infuser. You got quite into the work tables, it seems. Various patterns and stuff in there. Cool. The nice and work tables were a nice addition. Thank you, Sengia. And down here, it's got a boiler here that's got no power going into it yet, but it's got one that is running over here. And this is running off logs as well, but it's getting maybe low on logs. I wonder where the logs are. Lots of gravel there. Lots of cobble. He's got loads of logs. 500,000 logs. So that's going fine. So has he got that set off on low fuel? Cool. So he's got that set to low fuel. Add more in. That's a nice setup as well then. Very nice. And he's as you can see, it's got sawdust, so he's using the sawmill. Nice little Tinker's Construct smeltery set up there. It's down here. And path down into some branch mining, I guess. Yeah, let me in. Let me out, I mean. Cool, so there's Tom's setup. Nice little processing thing there with pulverizing furnaces. And then if we go, I think, a few hundred meters to the west of Tom, I think we'll find Solly Searcher's house, which I'll show as well. It's not actually got a portal. I need to make her a portal. There we go, here's Solly Searcher's house. Bit girly, as you'd expect from a girl. Cherry Tree Hill, there we go. And she's got a wonderful contraption down here. Where's the way down? There it is. Which was about to explode yesterday before, I think. She's very new to Feed the Beast, so there's all these combustion engines full of lava and with no cooling, which would have all gone bang if she'd have actually turned them on. There's no water in there. But then she's running these ones that have got water in, so that's good. It's crazy setups going on here. Where's all this go? Bloody hell. Okay. Ah. Okay. Is that a manual tree farm? Or is that... Oh no, it's not. It's there we go. Thought that was a bloody creeper then. These things, Magnum Torch, she's been using them just to look nice, but these are from extra utilities, and they mean that no mobs can spawn within 64 blocks, so she's actually got a really safe base. Here we go, it's got a nice big upgrade 4 range increase. That's quite a lot of pipe work in it, right over there, cool. So there we go, that's pretty much everything that's on the server, so there's not been a great deal done. But like I said, everyone's a bit dubious because the nice little enchanting area as well. Everyone's a little bit dubious because the packs have been a little bit... It's really unknown as if how long each pack's going to stay in it. So, and then if we go back this way, I think we'll bump into the end portal somewhere over here. If my bearings are correct. Or maybe not. There we go. There's the end portal I made earlier in the series, if you remember when I fell through and died, a little way down to it. So there we go. I think this is going to be my last episode for this version of the pack, which means abandoning the castle. And I'll start the Unleashed pack today as well. It's going to be back to the basics, getting something set up. Lots of new Tinker's Construct tools to look at, like including bows and stuff, which I'm really looking forward to. And I think I'm going to go with a fully automated Tinker's Construct setup right from the off. I've lost my base. But looks like as far as the castle's going to go, I've quite enjoyed building the castle. I've not really built on a hill before, I generally build on the flat, so that's opened something up for me that I've not done before. I am thinking a little spawner I saw hidden underground down there, maybe. I am thinking of making... The next thing that I wanted to make for a while is like an actual city with roads and brick buildings. So I'd want to get a sludge boiler when they go pretty early. So yeah, unfortunately I think that's it for the castle for now, I think. So I hope this season has been enjoyable. I hope you don't mind me finishing it, but I think it's best to start committing to the new pack. And hopefully that pack will stay with us for 1.6. And what I start building now will last a very long time. I'll actually finally get the Titan built. You know, but there we go. I'm going to destroy this because I may well be back. So this is just going to stay as it is for now. I'm going to keep an eye on it and see if the boilers keep up. If they don't, I'll turn one of them off. But in fact, I am going to have a quick look at my composter, make sure it's getting enough power and stuff. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you join me for the new series. Cheers, bye. Okay, I'm here with the old back again trick. I've just dug in down. I've put some light down here, in fact. Is that nice and safe now? Dug in down here, down under the cow farm, and if you look in there, the composter's full all the time. It's just not making fertilizer quick enough. And of course, my wheat seed farm is also pulling fertilizer still. So I thought the easiest thing I can do here, I've got plenty of I've got plenty of compost, sewage. What I've not got is the capacity of the composter. So I've just made a second composter there, which we can just stick in there, and that should start making us more stuff. We're on the, what side are we here? South side, so I want that to be input from the east and the south. And if I put a pipe on there, we should, I believe, not working? Looks like it's not working. Should start to see fertilizer coming from there as well. Okay, that certainly isn't working then. Why is that not working? That's coming to me, isn't it? What side? I'm on the north side, that's why I'm an idiot. North in. There we go. So look at that, we're down to we're down to 70. This was really coming down really quick. So hopefully, with 2 composters on the go, that should keep up. And there certainly seems to be enough sewage to keep 2 composters on the go. So there we go. Perhaps that was the issue, that I just needed a bit more processing power on my actual fertiliser production. So there we go, I'm going to wrap up then. Cheers! Bye! And I'm back again for a second time. There's a new thread on the Feed the Beast forums that states what's happening to the packs, and categorically this pack is now dead. I'm going to copy paste it into the chat so you can see it. So I was right in my guesstimation. I just want to show you that the fertiliser is going up, so that second composter is working exactly as I wanted it to. So I could leave that for days now. So there we go. The Feed the Beast beta packs 152 WGT and NGT, these are now locked beta packs that will not be updated beyond what they are now. Both packs will be removed from the launcher once the 1.5 packs are fully public. So there we go. And then while I'm here, Feed the Beast Unleashed, this is our new feature pack and is intended to provide an all-round gaming experience that provides something for everyone. It is intended that wells created in this pack will work with the 1.6 update, although this is dependent on mod updates. And what I'll do, I'll add this thread onto the video description. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go start my first episode of Unleashed, and I'm going to set it up on a little server on my own, and then I'm not sure if Tom will want to stay with this until 1.6 comes before a server restart, and maybe restart the server at 1.6, or if he wants to go onto Unleashed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up Unleashed on a single player server for now, and if the guys want to add it to the virtual machine server we can all play on, I'll just send Tom my well save. So I think that's how I'm going to do that. So I'll be able to start making an episode as soon as this one is encoded. So this is it. Bye bye, Castle. This well is dead to me. Bye.